What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Hope everything is cool with you guys out there, man. Chilling on a Thursday night. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation, Unfiltered fam, Mod Squad, members and subscribers. Come in, make sure you guys keep the likes at 50%. Double tap the screen, hit the like three dots in the corner to get the likes up on the page, on the video. And last but not least, man, tip your bartender. You know, today, man, had a pretty good sports day. Well, it was all right, and got to see Team USA, man. They looked like they were dead to rights, and I was in here screaming and hollering at the TV, and they got it done in the final minutes, man. But it was too close for comfort. And then I watched my Yankees get dismantled by the Angels. So sitting here, dog, had dinner, sitting here flipping through the channels, and I started thinking about it, man. I started thinking about Jon Gruden, man. Like, I just started going through my head about it and thinking, what happened when he went to the, couple of practices with the Kansas City Chiefs. And I was talking to a lot of fans about it, and some fans felt one way about it. Some fans felt another way about it. Let's keep the likes at 50%, you guys. And I wanted to pose a question. I said, let me just go ahead and go live, pose this question, and just put it to rest, man. Okay. The question is, did Jon Gruden's latest stunt with going over to the Kansas City Chiefs or being invited to the Chiefs as a guest, did that formulate his permanent demise with the Raiders and Raider Nation? That's the question. That's the question I'm posing. That's the question I'm trying to see what you guys got to say about it. Now, when it comes to me and Jon Gruden, you got to understand, I am a fan that's been around a half a century. I have to use all my Raider expertise, bro. This isn't just an emotional reaction or, I'm mad behind it or I felt away or whatever. And I just look at it like this, bro. I've seen a lot. When I became a fan of this team, the Raiders didn't have any Super Bowl wins. They were 0-1 in the Super Bowl. My first 10 years as a fan, I won 3 Super Bowls. 3 Super Bowls. When Jon Gruden became the coach in the 1998-99 season, all I knew about Jon Gruden was he was the offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles. And Ricky Watters, who was a Super Bowl champion with the 49ers, who I knew personally from being out in the clubs, and basically all of us was all the Niners at that time, and my crew, we were pretty much just running roughshod through all the same females, or we were all trying to get at the same females. So I would see Ricky and all them cats out all the time. And I just remember when we got Jon Gruden, I saw Ricky Watters, who I think, should he be in the Hall of Fame? I don't know if he should, but there's people that wasn't as good as him that are in the Hall. He had over 10,000 yards rushing. But I remember talking to him, and I said, Rick, what's up with this Jon Gruden dude? Because him and Jon Gruden got into it heavily when he was with the Eagles. And he told me all these things about Gruden, all this stuff about how he was going to put hands on him. He was going to do this. Rick told me a whole bunch of stuff, told all of us. So when we got him, man, I didn't have a good feeling about him. Not because of what he did, because he had McNabb and all of that stuff, but just based on what Ricky was telling me, there was some friction there, dog. And, so I was like, well, Ricky's kind of cocky too. So I really didn't have any type of real happiness regarding it. It wasn't I was mad about it because we weren't winning. So I was just like, man, this Jon Gruden dude, he was young at the time. He's, uh, we'll see what happens, man. But so he comes in, dog, and he immediately changes things. He immediately, becomes a guy that had that team playing some football. And we actually went to AFC Championship game a couple of times when he was there. And he became Chucky. So somebody you get and you don't really know and you hear bad things about from people and then they come over and they exceed expectations. I'm like, hey man, maybe it was Rick. Maybe it was Ricky. Maybe Ricky was the problem, dog. You know what I'm saying? So I started having that affinity for Chuck. And he was doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, bro, uh, you know, that season we were getting ready to try to go to the Super Bowl. We was expecting we was getting love, and people were saying we were a good team, and we had he brought over Rich Gannon, and we drafted Charles Woodson, and we had Zach Crockett, and we had Greg Beekert, and we had some good we had a good team, man. We was doing it. But then I started hearing stuff about him and Jerry Porter. So a lot of you younger Raider fans ain't gonna know what I'm talking about, man. But a lot of the OGs is gonna know he had problems with Porter, and it was the same type of problems that he was having with Ricky Waters. Same type of problems, same type of, and even then I still didn't put two and two together, man. I'm like, okay, Porter is this way. Porter's not doing his job. Porter's dropping passes. Porter's inconsistent. This, that, and the other. Okay. Then all of a sudden I started hearing that he was having problems with the old man. He was having problems. He was having problems with Al Davis. Now, once again, I've been a fan a long time. I said, well, Al Davis had problems with Marcus Allen, who's to me is the greatest Raider of all time in my eyes, my favorite Raider. I said, man, maybe the old man's tripping. Maybe the old man's losing it. So I'm just kind of like trying to, because I'm hearing all these other people not having a problem. So I'm thinking, okay, cool. Then I hear that Al Davis traded Jon Gruden to Tampa Bay, bro, for some money. I didn't even know you could trade a coach. I had no idea you could trade a coach, bro. And I'm like, that's crazy. But then we had Callahan and we were winning. We had the offense. We had this, that, and the other, bro. So then I'm like, all right, cool. We're going to go ahead and we're going to smash on Tampa right quick because we should have beat Tampa. But Jon Gruden knew exactly what they were going to do because Cutthroat Callahan, as we called him, Bill Callahan, didn't change a play, didn't change a cadence, didn't change a audible, didn't do nothing. Just went in there and said, we're going to beat you guys, and that's it, bro. We lose. I see Jon Gruden on the sidelines acting like he ain't even know us no more, bro. Okay. Wins the Super Bowl. All right. My perfect record is at being on this planet is now ruined. I was 3-0. Now I'm 3-1. A couple years later, Jon Gruden's out. He's gone. I'm like, wait a minute, man. It's only been like 2 years since they won the Super Bowl. Why? I'm just breaking it all down. I'm going to get to it. So then we go through that entire time in between when he was an announcer and he was on Monday Night Football and this and that. And then he came back. And at that time, man, he was going to Hyatt Ricky's up in Oakland. He was hanging around with all the Raider fans and all the Gorilla Rillas and, my big brother violators and all of them just hanging out and soaking it all up. And Mark Davis made him an offer that he could not refuse, 10 years, 100 million. And we all wanted Chuck to come back because we had unfinished business. Chuck comes back. What happens? Same stuff, dog. Same stuff. Having problems, man. Having problems. All right. Come in. He has problems. He had problems with Crabtree. Okay. Had problems Antonio Brown, we know Antonio Brown's a basket case, but still, had a problem with him. Okay. Then the Khalil Mack. All right. No, you got rid of Cooper. Heard he was having problems with Cooper. Cooper gone. Then he had problems with Khalil Mack. That one there, I'm doing all my mathematics. I'm like, wait a minute, something's not right. Amari Cooper never, I mean, Amari Cooper, Khalil Mack never even wanted to meet him, talk to him, have a conversation with him at all. He trades Khalil Mack. But we're already vested with Chuck, right? We get all the way where we're at now. And then he gets exposed for these emails, the racial stuff he said, the homophobic things that he said, and then he was talking about the commissioner and all of that, whether it was before or after he got the job, and then the NFL forced Mark Davis to fire him. Okay? Then he tries to sue the NFL. That's going on for years. Then at that point, he loses that. Last year, he goes down, hangs out with Dennis Allen, down there with Derek Carr's first year with the Saints, comes in, does a little consulting. Boom. Now he's with the Chiefs doing the same thing. So, once again, my question, bro, to you guys is, was this the nail in the coffin with him with the Raiders? Like, as far as you guys, once a Raider, always a Raider, all that stuff is being tested now because I'm seeing a lot of you guys, y'all ain't holding up to the mantra. You're not holding up to it. You didn't hold up to it with Derek Carr. Oh man, he didn't win us anything. He's not a Raider. Like, dude, Al Davis said, once a Raider, always a Raider. He didn't say, do something for me. He said, once you're a member of this organization, you're always a member of this organization. That's the point. What are you guys saying now? Now, oh, he's a traitor. Oh, he's this. He was over there with them, and he's giving away our secrets. And you guys are doing all of that, dog. I'm gonna tell you what I think about it, and then I'm gonna read your comments. I just told you the entire history of Jon Gruden as far as I'm concerned. I never met Gruden. I never met Chuck. I've seen Chuck a lot in that Oakland Coliseum, whatever name it went by. I seen him a lot. I never got a chance to meet Coach, never touched, shake hands with Coach or speak to Coach. But I'll tell you this. I've known that every player that Jon Gruden had an issue with all had the same ethnic background. Every one of them. From Ricky Waters to Jerry Porter to Amari Cooper to Khalil Mack to Antonio Brown, even though he's a basket case, all had the same background, bro. Never heard of him having no problems with nobody else, bro. I know him and Rich Gannon used to argue back and forth, but I never heard what I heard. I heard it directly from Ricky Waters, bro. So this ain't me making it up. This is me getting information over some drinks at the club, popping at some females. Then he comes out with those comments. So as far as I was concerned, dog, when those comments came out and he got booted, I was done at that point. It didn't take what it took for you guys, a lot of you guys, once you saw him over there with Andy Reid, now you're feeling away. But not the same situation, okay? Not at all. I was always down until then, bro. This situation with Andy Reid and the Chiefs didn't make a difference to me at all, bro. It didn't have any bearing on how I felt about what's going on. I wanted Gruden to win his lawsuit just to stick it to the NFL, dog. As much as they've stuck it to us, Al Davis versus the NFL, go watch that documentary. I wanted something to, that balance it out. Didn't happen. So as far as my answer to myself, did this nail the coffin for Gruden? No. Do I care that he was over there with the Chiefs? No. Do I care that he was hanging out with Andy Reid? Andy Reid is a friend of his, and he has friends in the league that are still trying to get him a bag? No. Because it just goes to show you, man, that the people who fool with Gruden fool with him all the way. Andy Reid had a problem with his own fan base having him there. But Patrick Mahomes came out today and said something about it. He finally said some things about what he thought about Jon Gruden being there. The guy who I don't like, but who is the best player in the National Football League. See what I said? I don't got to like you to tell you what you are. I'm never going to disrespect you, your game, but I don't have to like you. But doesn't mean nothing. I'll say this. Patrick Mahomes said that Jon Gruden, it was great to hear him and Andy Reid talk about old school football and old school football players with him being a historian. That was the first thing he said. Patrick Mahomes is a historian of football, and he liked seeing those two banter. Well, if you didn't know, Andy Reid and Jon Gruden and Steve Mariucci were all together with the Packers under Mike Holmgren in the early 90s. They have been friends 30 years. Okay. The second thing that Mahomes said is that he said that Jon Gruden was an offensive genius, quote unquote. Quote unquote. So if you think that Jon Gruden didn't talk to Patrick Mahomes and give him some pointers on some stuff to help him when it comes to playing us, he did, because Patrick Mahomes is that kind of dude. He kind of told us by him saying he's an offensive genius. I really enjoyed talking to him, dog. That's the point. Jon Gruden is a guy who's out for himself. You just have to understand what you're dealing with, dog. It's that simple. It's like hiring a hired assassin or a hired gun or somebody to come in and handle some business, bruh. He's there to come in and handle business. Don't try to make him into anything else. Don't try to make him into your savior. Don't try to make him into here's the keys to the franchise. You bring him in, dog. You utilize his skill set. He's a specialist. Okay? That's what Gruden is. He's a specialist. He's not good at being a leader. He's not a leader. Okay? Some people say he is. But if you're a leader, you lead the entire platoon, bro. You don't lead certain members of the platoon and then the rest of them, you leave them out to dry. You are a leader. You're leading them all. And I haven't seen that. Every place he's been at when he had power. Now understand, when he's with Packers, he didn't really have no power. When he's with the 49ers, he didn't really have no power. But when he got power with the Eagles, all the way up until his last job, which was us, he had problems. Okay? So as far as I'm concerned, man, there'll be a time when Gruden will come back and he'll be celebrated. You know, he's not, as far as what's going on, it could be 5 years, 10 years. Later on down the line, he'll be at the Death Star, lighting the flame. You know, Prince Marky D's going to have him lighting the flame and lighting the Al Davis Memorial torch, and he'll be there and he'll get some claps and all of that. But I was done with Gruden after I heard that racial stuff, dog, because what it did was validate all the way back to 98 to what Ricky Waters told me directly. He had a problem with certain people. And when I went through the archives of every place he went to, he always had a problem with the same type of player. Every time. So I'm going to read you guys' comments, man. But I was just sitting here thinking about it. And I was going to ask you guys, do you think that Gruden, you know, is it over for him? But a lot of you guys are going to say it now because he's with the Chiefs. Now, let's understand something. Andy Reid also made it clear that he's not joining the staff. He was a guest. He came in for a couple of days, and that was it, bro. Just like at your job, you might have some specialists come in, like, okay, we're doing a new program. These guys are going to come in and show you how to go into everybody in the damn meeting room. We're going to talk to these people. These people are going to tell us how we can, increase our workload or increase our profit margin or whatever, and then they leave. So he's just, came in as a consultant. But I was done with him already in regards to that. But do I think that he's still going to come back and still be around the franchise? Yeah, I think he will be. And I think years down the line, it'll soften up. Okay. All right, let me read you guys' questions. But I just really wanted to see what you guys thought about that. Okay. Daniel Berry Sports was going on. DB, man, happy Thursday. Hey, everyone, I'm chilling. Devon Loring, what's going on? Nephew, where you been at, Nephew, where you been at? Okay, what's good? Winter Thomas, what up, man? To you and the UN, fellow Mod Squad, fellow team. Yeah, man. Very, very busy today. Very busy today. I got to keep my voice low because I was in here screaming at that TV behind those damn NBA players almost losing to Serbia today, dog. Serbia was putting it on them. Okay. Booty Bang, what's going on, man? Okay. When the Thomas, USA better watch out for France and Alien. They on point now, dog. Steph Curry saved the country, bro. Steph Curry was the entire military saving us, bro. Okay, without question. Okay, what's up, sis? What's going on? Okay, Bill Holloway, what's up? Unfiltered Nation, Unfiltered Fam, what's popping? Just chilling, you guys, man. Hit that like button if you're in here. Yeah, I'm just sitting here, man, relaxing. Had a very busy day today. Okay. Booty Bang. I'm honestly surprised Roger would allow John to work in any NFL team. Roger can't do anything because he's not an employee. I mean, he didn't get a payroll check. He didn't get a payroll check from the Kansas City Chiefs. He didn't get a payroll check from the Saints when he went down there. He's not on payroll. He's not an employee, man. Just like the referees aren't employees of the league. I mean, shoot, if a team wants to give him a bag and say, hey, John, you want to come over here and pick up $25K, which isn't a lot of money for a team. Okay, trust me, they got a lot of money. Hey, John, you want to come over and do some consulting? We got some money for you. And it'll come out this budget. Like anything else, bro. He's not an employee. If they need some plumbers to come in and unclog the toilets, they don't have to talk to Roger Goodell about it. All right. But if they want to put those people on salary, that might be a different story. Okay. What's going on, sis? Channel, lock in with channel with the membership. We chilling. Okay. Let's make it pop. We got the first preseason game of the season, man. I'm very much leaning towards going live on that. Okay. Follow me on IG at Shaxa21 and at X. Bill said, I got you on in the shop tonight. Salute to all y'all that's in the shop up there in Washington with my boy Big Beezy, man. Appreciate you guys. Okay. Carl Sanchez, good evening. Raider to Unfiltered Nation and the fam. So represent the brand, buy the merch. The new merch. It will be on display first game. The new merch. If I decide to do the watch party, the new merch will be in rotation. Just letting you know in advance, man. Go ahead and put it out there. Okay. Booty Bang, Keyshawn Johnson and Jon Gruden would also argue with each other. I talked to Keyshawn about that, dog. I talked to Key about that. It's another guy. I forgot about Key. It's a pattern. It's a pattern, bro. Key told me a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna put it out there. But he told me directly, sitting with me, him, and my wife sitting eating chicken wings, watching the Raiders. I said, what happened with you and Chuck? He was like, man. I forgot about that. That's two players that I know personally that told me things about Chucky. Hey, man, you can find these other channels all they want to. I got two players. Both of them played for him on teams that were not on the Raiders. One played on the Eagles, one played on the Buccaneers. He told me everything, bro. Okay. Whitney Thomas, let's get these likes up. Keep the likes at 50%. Robert Renega, man, Gruden's a football guy. He just wants to be around hanging around with his homies. True. You can't help who your homies are. It's always good to have homies like him. Like Dennis Allen and Andy Reid getting him a bag every year, bro. That's 2 years in a row. Okay, if you had friends like Jon Gruden had, you'd be a lot better off. You'd be a lot better off if you had friends like how Chuck has friends. Okay, being honest, bro. Can't get mad because the cat got connections. Okay, Justice Saab was good. It was weird for me to see Jon Gruden in Chiefs gears, but it is what it is. Bygones be bygones. I mean, it didn't trigger me at all because I was already where I was at with him mentally. I was already where I was, man. You guys do not understand that when I read those racial emails, bro, that was a big thing for me. A lot of people didn't give a damn because they weren't talking about them. But with the information that I have and the people that I know that I've spoken to, it confirmed a lot. And I'm like, wow, man, I don't have the same level of respect for Chuck. I don't. Do I still respect him? I respect him as a football coach. But do I respect him any other way? Do I respect him as a man? Not so much. Because I know too much stuff, bro. I know too much stuff. All right. And I read it. So I'm like, man, I know too much. Okay. Booty bang. Okay. Bev talking to Winnington Thomas. B says, not like we haven't had players go to them before. Yeah, I mean, shoot, Ray, you already know, Bill, the worst day of my life being a Raider fan was not us losing the Super Bowl when your boy Rich Gannon was throwing those 5 interceptions and 3 pick sixes. The worst day that in my Raider fandom was when Marcus Allen signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, bro. That when that happened, I was like, man, it's over, man. He's going to absolutely cook us. And he did exactly that. I mean, come on, bro. He was killing us, dog. Al was just sitting over there seething mad like he was going to ruin this man's career. Had him in mothballs for 4 years. Went over there, dog. Marcus Allen was throwing touchdown passes on us. Marty Schottenheimer, man, you didn't even understand, dog. That was the worst day ever. Okay. Bambo said, Matthews, did you sell your Kobe's to Cool Kicks? I got rid of some stuff, dog. Walked out with a bag, man. Walked out with a bag, bro. Okay. This Murrow said, nobody looks good in a Chiefs uniform. I mean, it's really hard to look good in that uniform, dog. I mean, it really is, bro. Okay. Tony Rivers, tell me you don't like the Chiefs without telling me you don't like the Chiefs. I don't like the Chiefs. I just told you directly. How much more do you need to know? You think I'm scared to say I don't like the Chiefs? I don't. But that has nothing to do with this conversation. We can already tell you that you new around here, bro. Okay. Booty Bang said, "What if Al never traded John to the Bucks?" He had to trade him to the Bucks because John was gonna just tear everything up, bro. Like it was already starting to happen already. It was already starting to happen. Okay, he would have lost the locker room is what would have happened. Jon Gruden would have lost the locker room. He was already on Porter. Porter was friends with a lot of those guys out there. Even though Porter wasn't doing everything he needed to do, he had allies on that team. Okay, people like Porter. Like I said, a lot of you guys, man, y'all don't understand. Back during that time, all those players were out at the clubs, bro. I would see them guys out all the time. Okay, we would be in the same spots. They would walk in, we would already be there, slapping hands. What's going on? This, that, and the third. Okay, Porter comes in with Charlie Garner. Napoleon Kaufman was never out. Napoleon Kaufman was at church. Okay, salute to Nap Kaufman. But everybody else, Napoleon McCallum and all of them, they were all out. Okay, so John would have lost the locker room. That's what would have happened. All right, that's exactly what would have happened. All right, so Al didn't have no choice really. Okay. Tony Rivera on here. We always got a weirdo that comes in here that thinks that he's saying something funny. Okay, but I'm gonna leave you on here just for a little bit. Jesse Merle said, I lived in Tampa during that Super Bowl. I was pissed. Booty Banks, I agree with you. Bill Holloway says Gruden was a spy for the Raiders, now infiltrating the enemy on his own turf. Let's go with that. Like I said, bro, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. My question is, did he ruin himself permanently with the Raiders? And I say no. I say no, dog. You know what I'm saying? I say that within a few years, he'll be back to being, a cult figure with us. He had a cult fan base. Okay. He is one of only three coaches to ever have a cult fan base with this team. Al Davis, number one, coach. Number two, John Madden. Number three, Jon Gruden. Now, Antonio Pierce is on his way of being that cult figure. But let's not act like Chuck didn't have a whole cult of people, because he did. Okay? Both times. All right? Booty Bang says, I'm pissed at Gruden because of those emails. Those emails meant a lot to me, man. Didn't mean a lot to people. A lot of people in Raider Nation, we were talking about, oh, so what, man? Big deal. I'm like, hey, man, like I said, you think about it your way, I think about it my way. You didn't have the information that I had, though. You didn't talk to the people in real time like I did to know the ins and outs. As you can see, I never gotten into intimate detail about what was said to me, because that's a private conversation. But these are the guys I spoke to had direct beef with Gruden. It wasn't, oh, it was the homie. It was me and Chucky. It was us going back and forth. It was our situation. This is what happened after. This is how I was treated. This is why Keyshawn was kicked off the damn team. Keyshawn was deactivated. He was deactivated, bro. During that Super Bowl season, he was deactivated by Jon Gruden. He was the best receiver they had. I was telling you, dog, I know stuff. Okay? All right? Hold on a second, man. This is all, always got to figure out getting rid of some people. Okay. Carl says the kickoffs are just plain dumb. Well, we're going to be watching them. Fambo said Card, Chucky, Josh Jacobs are always Raiders. That's what Al Davis said. But all these fans nowadays, all these new casual fans, they think they can rechange the rule book. Okay, the old man said once a Raider, always a Raider. That's what he said. He didn't say that you had any say in it. He didn't say the fans decide. He said you came here, you're one of us. That's what it is. Okay. Booty Bang said, "Hey Shaq, quick question, bro. What are your thoughts on the A's moving to Sacramento next season?" Man, it's gonna be whack up there, bro. It's gonna be whack. All right. I lived in Sacramento. I lived in Sacramento for like 6 months. I hated it. Number one, at that time, Sac's a little bit better, but I haven't been back. They didn't have no food up there, dog. I had to drive to Oakland every day to go get something to eat. I mean, that drive from Oakland to Sacramento is far as hell. I'm like, man, I might as well just move back to the Bay. All right. It's a cow town, bro. It's like nothing's happening. Okay. Are people from Oakland really going to drive all the way up to Sac to go see them guys lose? They don't have nobody. They got one pitcher and that's it. So that's what I think about it, man. And the A's are my second favorite team, just to let you guys know. All right. Thomas Winnington. All those brothers have seen something in Gruden. I can't speak on it, but I'm not sure what. But there's a common thread. Like I said, dude, I had conversations face to face with the people who had those conversations with Gruden. Both of them, what they said was very similar. Very. All right. Booty Bang says, yo, Shaq, you think the NFL paid off the courts? I don't know, man. I can't speculate on that. I can just say that the NFL is a very powerful organization. And if you're a very powerful organization in this country, you're going to get latitude. If you're the Teamsters, okay, the biggest union in the country, you're going to get. When you got power, you got power. The NFL is the most powerful league in the country. Okay, I wouldn't say they had to pay nobody off, but I will say that they definitely have influence. Okay, when you're ultra powerful and you're dealing with ultra powerful situations like Supreme Courts of states like Nevada, there is no money really being exchanged. It's just favors. You owe me, I owe you. It ain't, oh, here's a check. It's, remember what I did for you, blah, blah, blah. I need for you to do this. Allegedly. Okay. Fambo says a business opportunity. Definitely is a business opportunity, man. But a lot of people are looking at it like it's dissension. But the man hasn't been with the Raiders in 3 years. I mean, how much loyal do you expect your ex-girl to do? She's just supposed to stay celibate while you're running around laid up with Big Shirley. You think you, nah, dog, she ain't gonna go dry because she was with you. She moving on. Okay? Chuck has a right to go get a bag. He has a right to make a living like everybody else in this country. All right. But we bang him. John went Super Bowl with the Chiefs. We Raider Nation hate him. He's not going to be with the Chiefs based on what Andy Reid said. He said no. He said that he was just came in for a couple of days, a couple of old homies hanging out for a couple of days. You know, your boy from high school's in town. You know, hey man, could I come over? Could I sleep on your couch? We'd hang out. Comes over a couple of days, then he flies home. That's the way Andy Reid put it out there. Okay. Raider Twine, Gruden is still a Raider. Dude got to eat. If a man don't work, he can't eat. That's the way I look at it. You know, but like I said, a lot of people now all of a sudden their panties are in a bunch now. Okay. But panties should have been in the bunch when he totally disappointed us when we were what were we 3-1 at that time, or when he or were we 3-0? I think we lost one game. Okay. When that whole situation happened, and then he was out the door, bro. Like, why you put us in that situation? Okay. It's crazy, man. All right. Bill Holloway says audition for HC when Reed retires. Possibly, man. But they're the same age. You know, Andy Reid and him are the same age. So what's Jon Gruden? What, 63? Something like that. No, I think he's 61, 62, something like that. So Andy Reid's the same age. I mean, so what you gonna do? Andy Reid retires, you bring in Gruden. I mean, they're the same age. JMB said overrated as a coach anyway. Should have never brought him back. Yeah, man, but it was nostalgia, bro. And Al Davis, if Al Davis was alive, he wouldn't have came back. Once Al traded him, he was done with the Raiders. But Mark isn't Al, is he? Mark isn't Al, is he? That's what it took. It took Mark to bring him back. Al wasn't bringing him back. He was dead to him once he traded him, dog. It was over. You didn't see Chuck nowhere near the Raiders unless he was in that booth. Doug Spears, what's going on, Doug? Babs, hit the like button, share the channel, follow on X and IG. Okay. LB said, yeah, Serbia sneaky good. Bradovic was lights out. He was lights out until fourth quarter when they started putting the clamps on his ass and he couldn't hit nothing. He was too busy bragging and boasting. Okay, what's up? Oh, okay. He was bragging and boasting and doing the Carmelo Anthony, doing all of that. He was too busy doing that, man. And then when that fourth quarter came, he couldn't get nothing done. And where's Dr. Van Nostrand at? Because Jokic got shut down in those final minutes. That final 5 minutes, Jokic didn't do nothing. He got shut down, bro. And that's what it was. But the chef was cooking. The chef was cooking, bro. I'm like, man, without Chef, that would have been a blowout. They would have definitely won that game. But Chef is there. So we don't have to worry about that, do we? Doug Spears, yeah, man, Shaq got to go live for the first preseason. Yeah, for the first preseason game. Yeah, I'm leaning towards it. I just got to set everything up. I'm leaning towards it, bro. But we're going to find out. I don't want to say it yet. Paul Olsen said, wait a minute, isn't Gruden's son still with us? I don't think he would give Kermit the Frog ammo against us. I believe that he beats Silver and Black as far as the racist stuff. You might be right. Man, like I said, I don't know. Let's get this understood right now. I don't want that narrative being put out there that I'm saying Jon Gruden is a racist. I don't know him. I made it clear. I've never met Jon Gruden in my life. I've never said hi, coach. I've never shook his hand. I met Antonio Pierce, though. Sure did, and gave him the merch. He has the unfiltered beanie. You guys saw it right here on this channel, so ain't no cap. I met the coach that's the coach now, but I never met Jon Gruden. I cannot say that he's whatever because I never met him. I know people who knew him. And they were of a certain nationality and they had certain things to say. But I never met them. I don't know them personally. Okay, so let's get that. Let's not say that at all. I don't know for a fact because I can't judge a man I never met. But I can say that some tendencies from people that I know that are two different people from two different teams, from two different situations, saying the same thing. That's all. That's all I can say. Okay. But Jon Gruden's son, from what I last heard, Deuce was working with the team. I don't know if he's still working with the team or not. Um, but that would be a relationship between Deuce Gruden and Mark Davis. Mark Davis is the owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. He can have whoever he wants there. So I ain't gonna never say that because your daddy did something, you couldn't do something. I don't mess with people's kids, bro. People's kids don't have nothing to do unless they're involved. Don't have nothing to do with what their parents did. Mama was out there, man. She was giving it up like government cheese. That doesn't mean the daughter's giving it up like government cheese, bro. Let's just keep it a buck. Everybody's an individual, all right? So I just want to definitely clear that up, okay? Let's don't paint me and tell me what I know. We're gonna get it right. Booty Banks says, if we lose to DC and the Saints, I'm gonna laugh my ass up with all the people saying that we didn't need them. I've already made it clear Derek Carr's gonna come back and he's gonna be balling. Now, will he win the game? I don't know, and I definitely hope he doesn't because I'm a Raider. But if DC comes back and lights us up and wins that game, man, that will definitely be laughing material. I will be laughing, bro. Okay. Just because I'm a member, I'm a made man in Raider Nation, doesn't mean that I don't get to laugh. You've seen me laugh before. Okay. And it better not happen, bro. It better not happen. All right. Justin Saw says, so they actually leaked the emails. I didn't see it. Oh yeah, they leaked the emails that they wanted to be out there. There was 750,000 emails, Justin Saw, and only 10 of them came out. Like, come on, dog. You got damn near 750,000 emails, and you only pick out 10 out of those, and they're all Chucky. But hey, dog, Gruden never denied it. He came out and said he apologized for it, and he's seen it. So it's authentic because he didn't say it was me or somebody fabricated it. He came out and said, that's not what I meant, and I'm not racist, and this, that, and the other, and da da da, and I apologize to anybody offended. I mean, what else can you say, bro? Come on. Booty Bank says, yo, Shaq, I know you're a musician. Who you like more, Midnight Star or Atlantic Star? I like them both, man. Midnight Star at Midnight Star and Atlantic Star are probably 50-50 with me because both of them have good songs. I got a whole bunch of records upstairs. Atlantic Star probably had more dance records. Midnight Star had more, slow jams. I think Midnight Star's songs might have been a little bit better on the slow jams, but then again, I think they're neck and neck, bro. Good question, though. Booty Bang, someone told me there's a YouTube video with Mad Max telling about John. Probably, man. But I don't think that Max had an issue with Gruden, though. I've never heard anybody outside of a certain racial makeup having problems with Gruden, dog. I mean, there's too many people that I just named. I just named like 5-6 people. They're all the same, from the same ethnic group. I'm saying, dog, that doesn't mean that he's racist. It just means that seems to have the same run-ins with the same people, bro. Okay? It's kind of like the homies who I knew that had a type of girl that they dated, but they claimed they liked every girl, but they were always with the same type all the time. Each one of them looked like a carbon copy of the other one. Either one was not cuter than the other one or not as cute as the other one, or they were pretty much the same height, pretty much the same weight, same build, come from the same tax bracket. It's always the same. And they swore they were all different. And we're just like, damn, dog, like that one looked like the one 2 months ago. Looks like the same girl with a different name. Hey, man, it's Liz, man. Damn, Liz looks like Molly. Molly looked like Holly. Same situation, bro. Okay, maybe John just has a problem, running a problem with a certain type. Raider Trey, what's going on? Okay, what's going on, my boy, man? I got my 3 dogs in here, man, from middle school. I got Raider Trey, Bill Holloway, and me. Said, what's good, Shaq? John's our plant in KC. I mean, that would be great. I mean, but what are they gonna? You think that Andy Reid really showed John some stuff, man? I think they were just hanging out, bro. But hey, anything that we can get is cool. Okay. Bill Oliver says, don't forget Tom Flores. Yeah, Tom Flores, man, definitely. Definitely. Love Flores. Love Coach Flores. Yeah, Coach Flores gave us two rings. Okay. Bev said, I'm out. Okay, Bev, go do your thing. Do your thing, Bev. Love you. Okay. Booty bang. Hey, Shaq, if you don't mind me asking, what is Keyshawn Johnson like? He seems like a cool guy. Very cool. I don't know if I ever told you the story, but I might have how I met him. Okay. A lot of people may here in LA, you may have heard of this spot. Me and my wife, we were living in North Hollywood at the time, and there's a restaurant there in North Hollywood. It's called Big Wangs, not wings, Wangs, Wangs, Big Wangs, because they have big chicken wings, bruh, and they played all the games. They played, sports spot, everybody coming with their jerseys, females in there, dog, barbecue chicken. Go in there, and they would have each screen they'd have the games on. They play every game, but each screen you would be there. So that was when DirecTV was acting a fool, and they actually they weren't on the air for the first couple of games because they were had a lawsuit against CBS or something. They didn't have an agreement with CBS. A lot of you guys might have remembered. So the first couple of games of the season, you couldn't watch it, okay, on there. So we went to Big Wings to go watch the Raider game, and it was the 1:15 game, okay. Raiders are still in Oakland, all right. Go down there, man. We sit down, say, oh, which TV? Because the other games are playing, so different markets. So I asked her, she was like, get in, stand in line, and they tell you, what game do you want to watch or whatever. So I was like, we want to see the Raider game. They're like, okay, that's going to be on this screen over here. You can get this table, whatever. So we're sitting at the table. There's only like a couple of Raider fans there, like maybe some people sitting behind us. Like we had a table. So anyway, the game had just started. We kicked off. I forget who we were playing, and somebody came over and tapped me on the shoulder. Because during the game, I was just talking. I was talking to my wife and talking out loud. I was like, watching the game. Come on, man. Man, man, that's a double move. That's this, that's that. So I was just, screaming at the TV. Everybody's watching the games, but I'm screaming at the TV, talking football parlance, talking about the lineup. That, hey, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a stunt move. I was just saying, out loud. I got a tap on the shoulder. I turned around. I looked up. It's Keyshawn Johnson. He was like, yo, man, can I watch the game with you guys? I said, hell yeah, dog, sit down. So he sat down. And he goes, Keyshawn Johnson. I said, man, I know who you are, bro. Shook his hand. My wife is a man. I said, why are you watching the Raider game? Just like that. I said, why are you watching the Raider game? All these other games on. Tampa's playing. He said, he squished his face up just like this. Man, I'm Raider Nation. What the hell are you talking about? I said, what? He said, I'm Raider Nation, dog. He said, I went to USC. I'm from South Central LA, dog. I'm Raider Nation. I thought you knew. I was like, nah, dog, I didn't know that. It's Raider Nation. I said, I know you was up in Oakland because I know your wife was from Oakland. He goes, my ex-wife. And we start laughing. His ex-wife's from Oakland, the mother of his oldest kids. That's how we met. We watched the entire game together, bro. That's when he was flying back and forth to ESPN when he was on, flying back and forth with them, doing it, Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, and he was flying in and he was doing that. He sat with us the entire game. We ordered wings. We had beer. He's like, man, we start talking. He's like, man, I noticed that you knew football, bro. Like none of these people was doing what you was doing. You was breaking down the defense. You was reading the defenses. You was saying all of that. I said, yeah, dog, I don't know it like you. But he goes, man, but you know it. You know football, bro. I was like, man, this dude, did you play? I was like, I didn't play at your level, but I did play. He's like, dude, you know football. So we exchanged numbers, and that's it. Cool cat, man. Cool cat. Once I told him I was from the Bay Area and his wife was from Oakland and we start talking about the neighborhoods and certain clubs and certain talked about everything, dude. I even asked him about Serena Williams, dog. Think I didn't? I sure did. I asked him about him dating Serena Williams, dog. Man, we were talking, chopping it up. He's like, man, take my number, bro. And took my number, took his number, and that's it. Been cool ever since. Okay. Big Daddy Mercer, Raider Nation, keep up the great work. Yeah, man. That's what we gonna do. Apocalypse says he put on another team guns on Dunzo and Chiefs colors. Dunzo for life. If Al ever go back with wear Chargers stuff, hell no. Like I said, man, it's for you guys to decide. But for me, I don't know why you guys act like that was the first time he did it, bro. He jumped ship on you before. Like, did y'all forget that he went to Tampa? Did you guys forget that? Like, you guys just conveniently forget all the other stuff. Like, he did that 20, what was that, 2002? He did that 22 years ago. You didn't have a problem with it when you wanted him to come back, though, did you? Like I said, man, can't make this stuff up, man. You guys only care about one thing that he did, and I care about everything he did. Booty Bang says Sacramento didn't have any food. That sucks. Not the kind of food I ate. Okay, but now, from what I hear now, they're a lot better now. But back then, it was food was not good up there, dog. It wasn't good, bro. Not good at all. Booty Bang said, a chance you could have interviewed any athletes. Oh yeah, man. I mean, definitely. Like I can still do it now. I still got my connections, bro. When things start getting where it needs to get to, I will be having guests. When I get it to where it's gonna get to, we get it where we need to have it at. You will definitely be seeing my reach. I know a lot of people. Okay, just trying to wait. Justice Sauce says Steph with 34, and we needed every point. Okay, Glenn Pastores. Now we're talking Raiders. But how about Team USA losing in b-ball? Yeah, I already talked about that, dog. Yeah, the original Dream Team is it. But you got to understand that the world is caught up. So let's not act like those dudes that were playing were guys that didn't play in the NFL, NBA. Okay, people who actually watch the NBA like I do, just as much as I watch football. No, Bogdanovich is a bad boy. Those dudes are professional basketball players in the league. They play against these dudes all the time. There was no fear at all. The only person you guys know is Jokic because he's a three-time MVP and a world champion. But them other dudes have been balling for years. You think they were hitting shots on those dudes just because? Come on, man. These dudes, just because you never heard of them, don't mean that they can't play. All them dudes can play. All them Vitches, Jokic, Bogdanovich, Anjanovic, all them other Vitches, all them Vitches. Okay, you see, I didn't say all them Vitches can play. That wasn't an aberration. They weren't hitting them shots because they were getting lucky. Okay, they're that good. Garrett Galloway says, sad to see watch Gruden groveling for a job after embarrassing himself. He had pissed on all those millions after we paid him. I don't think that I think his money all went to them damn lawyers. Them lawyers raped and pillaged him that convinced him that he had a chance to beat the NFL in the lawsuit. And I think that's where the majority of his bread went. He lost tens of millions of dollars with lawyers. But like I said before, man, pay stupid games, win stupid prizes, bro. But the bank said Dr. Van really cheered over the United States. Yep, he sure did, bro. He sure did. Stephen Golden says, I believe Deuce is still Raider assistant center coach. Like I said before, man, just because your father didn't live up to expectations doesn't mean that the kids need to suffer, bro. Okay. Uncle Mark took care of Deuce. I remember when Deuce was a little guy. Me, Raider Trey, Bill Holloway. We remember when Jon Gruden when he was 27. I think he was 27, dog, when he became the Raiders head coach. And Deuce was running around, him and his brothers. They were small. These dudes was like 4 and 5 years old, bro. They were little dudes. So Uncle Mark said, hey, man, come over here and get you a job. And from what I hear, Deuce Gruden does an excellent job, bro. I hear he's very good at what he does. Why does he need to not have an opportunity because of his dad? I mean, it's the same thing with Bronny. All these people mad because Bronny has an opportunity. Man, Bronny shouldn't have to suffer because his father's whoever. Like, man, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Hey, man, he's taking advantage of it. Okay. So, like I said, man, you got decisions to make. Booty Bang says, my niece and nephew were watching men's volleyball yesterday between Nepal and they were surprised that a black man was on a Polish team. There's black people all over the world. I mean, you need to let them know that, Booty Bang. Black people are on every planet. I mean, every planet, probably so. On every continent and every country. We're all over the place, bro. It's all over the place. Okay. It's good that they noticed, though. Derek Galloway, respect the car, but he won't light our defense up. He better not. Booty Bang said, Big Wang, so I'm going to have to go there, bro. Good food. The food's cool. Yeah, I mean, good wings, baby. I mean, chicken wings, I'm real, real particular, man. I need my chicken wings cooked. I need them well done, dog. There's two of them, man. There's one in Hollywood and there's one in North Hollywood. The one in Hollywood would probably be better, because it's going to probably be more shooby-doobies there, dog. We used to live down the street from that one, too. Okay? So, yeah, Big Wangs, bro. Look it up. Look it up in L.A., man. Big Wangs, man. Chad Reese said Gruden is been done. Needs to take his earnings and ride off into the sunset. He said some damn nerve trying to fight this. Well, man, you know what I'm saying? Where Jon Gruden didn't get to where he was not being brash. He didn't get to where he was, man. This is a dude that was a D2 quarterback that was undersized. His father, that's like I said, people want to talk about nepotism with Bronny and them. How you think Jon Gruden got in the league? Because his father was was on the 49ers staff. Like, this happens all the time, but nobody cares. Okay? Let's not act like Kyle Shanahan's father isn't Mike Shanahan. Let's not act like let's not play that game. Okay? But people try to play it, but they don't play it with me. But yeah, man, he didn't get to where he got to being brash. He got further than his father and his brother. And Jay Gruden, I can't stand him. But I never heard what I heard about Jay Gruden. I just don't like his personality. Okay. Derek Gallup said, great Keyshawn story. I bumped into at JFK Airport. Great player, cool dude. Keyshawn is from South Central LA. Keyshawn is a real one, dog. He's real, bro. He's a cat who's from these blocks down here, dog. Okay. People don't understand, man. People, oh, he's in the NFL. Oh, he's this and that. Okay, dog. You don't understand. All I got to do is get on the phone and call the people I need to call. And it's like I never played in the NFL. Okay. But he came right up to us, dog. I didn't even have to introduce myself. He's like, yo, can I watch the game with y'all? There was tables. He didn't have to sit with us. He didn't have to. So I said, man, what made you come over here, man? He's like, you, bruh. I'm sitting here nodding my head. I'm looking at the same thing you looking at. I'm calling it out, man. You guys don't understand how much you have never seen a game with me, man. If you've never seen a game with your boy, okay. When I'm at the game, dog, I am like I'm on the field. I'm calling it. I'm saying, hey, cover two. I'm calling it out, bro. I'm calling it out. Single high, I'm calling all that out, bro. I'm screaming at the TV, screaming at the game, calling it out. And I said, man, they're getting ready to blitz. They're getting ready to do this. They're getting ready to do that. I'll give you a perfect example, man. Put a 1 in the chat if you saw this. And it's on video. That's the most beautiful thing about this. When I was at last year's game with the New England Patriots and Raiders in the Death Star, when I was getting ready to knuckle up with this one Patriots fan that was in there, dog. It was very ugly. Okay, Popo came over and everything. I was about to put him out of his misery. But when Mad Max sacked, who was the quarterback? Was it Zappy or whoever it was? When he got that safety, it was in the end zone, in the south end zone, right where the black hole is. My boy Whittington Thomas, we're going to be going to the games. We were right across from there. Okay, I was with my boy from Australia. I called it. I said, we're getting ready to get a safety, Mad Max. I said it that play before the snap, and he sacked him. It's all on tape. It's right there. You hear me say it. We're about to get a safety. because I noticed that nobody was doubling Max Crosby, bro. And he got that safety in the end zone. Okay. I called that on the live. I was live with everybody. I went live at the game. We'll never do it again though. Went live and was calling it out, and I called it. I said, we're getting ready to get a safety, Mad Max. That same play, Mad Max sacked him through on the ground. So, that's just what it is, bro. Okay. Glenn Bestores, name your all-time Raiders starting line. Oh man, all I got to do is use my Glenn. All I got to do is use my 1974 team when I first became a fan when I was a little kid. Okay, I may not be able to go all the way across, but I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Jim Otto. I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Gene Upshaw. I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Dave Dalby. I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Art Shell, and I'm definitely gonna go with my boy Henry Lawrence. How'd I do, Glenn? Did I just show you my Raider prowess right there? Did I just tell you? Did I stutter? Nah. Okay. All right. Glenn Pastoris. Yo, Shaq, you think the Dream Team is the best Olympic team ever, but who's the worst Olympic team? Oh, the team that lost in what was it? In 2000, what was it? 2006? Before they had the Redeem team? When they got blasted, that was the worst team ever, bro. That was the worst team ever because they came in there playing around when they had Allen Iverson on that team and all of them cats. And then they had to do the Redeem team. The Redeem team after that, which was the 20, wait a minute, 4 years before, 2004, and then the 2008 team was the Redeem team because they had to redeem themselves from the 2004 team. Okay, so that was the worst team, but Dream Team 1 is the GOAT. M said there's Africans all over the world, without a doubt. Bill Oliver says Padres back 2.5 the Dodgers. Your Yankees and Orioles are battling out. Yeah, man, because we're both playing like trash right now, Bill. I mean, damn, I'm sitting here watching the game, because I watch every Yankee game. Okay, I got everything on the TV, bro, and I'm watching it. And Nestor Cortez, man, he gave up a leadoff homer, bro. He gave up a leadoff homer. His first pitch was a ball. His second pitch was in the stands at Yankee Stadium. I'm like, man, it's going to be a long day, bro. Long day. But the Orioles lost, so we're still tied. Okay, Booty Bang. He said, Booty Bang said John would beat the brakes off of Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels ain't no fighter. Okay. Only person he needs to fight is his barber. Okay. Dante, what's going on? What's up, Shaq, from hot ass Clovis, California? Clovis does be getting hot, dog. I've driven through there, but I had the AC on, bro. I know you guys are out there cooking. Okay. To Larry, man, Rick Cervantes was going on. I heard some good things about Ramen Keaton from Washington, from Tennessee. Raymond Clayton from Tennessee. Any thoughts on him? Yeah, I'm just hoping that some of these guys actually make the roster, or at least make the practice squad. I'm just hoping, man. I mean, there's only room for about 4 or 5 wide receivers on our team, bro. So I mean, he's gonna have to take somebody's job if he's really gonna do something. We already know 3 of those. I can tell you 3 of those jobs right now. Trey Tucker, he's in. Tay Adams and Jacoby. So it's a matter of probably going to be 2 more slots available. All right. I'm not even counting Brock Bowers and Mayer. So that's 5 right there. If you're talking about the receivers room, and but you got 2 tight ends, which is going to be interesting because we're going to be running 12 personnel, which is going to be running 2 tight end sets. So I mean, these kids is good, man, but are they going to make the 53-man roster, or are they going to be on the practice squad? If they're not, it's going to be a problem. Ray Bosby, that one. Ray Bosby knows. Ray Bosby actually saw that play. It's right on here, dog. All you got to do, cut through, go to the end, find it, man. You're going to hear me say Matt Crosby's getting ready to get a sack and get a safety in end zone. That same play, bro, it happened. All right. Booty Bang, hey Shaq, how does it sound? Antonio Pierce, head coach, Rudy Reagan, Keyshawn Johnson, GM. Nah. Key doesn't want to be a GM. Key is enjoying what he's doing. He likes to do at that time he was, just going across the country, but he had a show on ESPN, a radio show that he was doing here in LA, that he was doing every morning, like a morning radio show that he was on. But hey, babe, remember when we met Keyshawn Johnson at Big Wings? How do you think? What do you think about him?
He was nice.
See, I've said he was nice. I mean, there you go. Okay. See, I remember we got that safety against the Patriots. Yeah, but I called it before it happened. Daryl Jameson, Big Shaq, you don't do short context anymore? It all depends, bro. I mean, I diversify now. Woody Banks is surprising enough. Josh McDaniels coached his best game against the Patriots. I mean, yeah, he wasn't going to lose against his hero. I mean, everybody wants to beat their hero. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. I mean, I saw Kobe Bryant when Mike was floor Jordan. He wasn't Air Jordan no more. I think he put 40 something on Mike. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, but nobody's gonna mistake Josh McDaniels for being better than a hoodie. Booty Banks, I really hope AOC gets a starting job. Yeah, me too. Derek Gallo said, I hope the 9,000 plus viewers realize we're talking to a Raider legend. Thanks, Shaq, for great content. Hey, man, like I said before, man, whoever don't realize it might realize it later. I mean, I won a lot of you guys over, bruh. Some of you guys wasn't rocking with me when I was first talking. But hey, all you got to do is keep giving up good game. Things happen. Dylan Lobb will be third down back game 3. I agree from what I heard. M said Undisputed is over now. Yeah, dog, it's over now because your boy, the Skeletor, Skip Bayless, bruh. I mean, damn, he's 72 years old, man. Still acting like he's the A-side. Like, dude, Shannon Sharp was the best thing that ever happened to you. Your show would have been over without Shay Sharp. Shay Sharp was helping him stay on. And now can't nobody save it. It's that simple, bro. Had to cut the fat. All right, y'all, is that it? Okay, man, it's all good, man. Just wanted to just come in and give you guys a little bit of, just pose a question to you guys and see what you thought. But overall, man, as far as Jon Gruden is concerned, man, I don't have a problem with him being over there with the Chiefs. I don't have a problem getting the bag. I don't have a problem hanging out with his friends. I mean, I just view it like, why are you guys mad at your ex? Your ex, she ain't with you no more, man. Let her live, man. Let him live. Okay, Chuck, he's going him. Look, he's not a member of our organization. But it didn't take this for me to be the way you guys are. The way a lot of you guys feel now about him, I felt about him about them emails. But I was told, it ain't no big deal, Shaq. All right, dude, it ain't no big deal. I'm going to say it to y'all. I'm going to say it to all you Raider fans out there that told me it wasn't a big deal about those racist emails. Let it go. All right. It isn't a big deal that Jon Gruden, who was your head coach 3 years ago, was hanging out with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the rest of the crew. Yeah, I just had to say that shit. Okay. Justin Sauce says, looking bad at quarterbacks. Not going to hype myself up like I usually do. I'm just going to prepare for a subpar season for the offense. I hope I'm wrong. I hope you're wrong too, bro. Booty Bang, be honest with Shaq, I would pay money to see chess against the man. Man, I ain't worried about Steve, man. Steve is not. I don't even want to get into that, man. Let him do what he do. I do what I do. All right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go, man. Turn on. Use this thing right here. See something interesting. Chop it out with you guys, man. Good talking with you guys. We're gonna get back to some other subjects. I'll let you guys know about what we're gonna do about the watch party if we're gonna have it. But new merch this weekend. Match Check and Filter.